Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Does everything sound okay? Does it sound okay? Does it sound bad? This is my first time actually using these little mics. They're like really tiny. But I have two. I have two of them. But I can't use them in binaural because my splitter is broken. It's broken, only one side works, so yeah. I did not kill anybody. This was a very ethically sourced skull. I promise. I feel like I'm at a doctor's office. Do you guys ever go to a doctor's office and they had like the replica skulls and stuff, and like this one has a brain. There's a brain in here too. I think it's super cool, super cool, super cool. An Eyelander. What is that? I don't get it. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is I have to kind of hold this mic. I have to hold one of these mics to my head. To my mouth. Because, can you hear me? You can't really hear me when I put it down, so... This one is, labeled to an extent. It's, got, like, numbers. I think these are actually, like, handwritten. Like, they're not printed, they're handwritten. I'm pretty sure. Because you can see where the ink pools, where they start writing, and it's not, like, any kind of font. Interesting. I gotta talk to the skull. See, I put the other one. The other one is, in its eye. Oh, did you want to see my nails? I said I did my nails, and by I did my nails, I put on, new press-ons. They're, I'm pretty sure this is like a magnetic polish. That's how they got the heart. Take it for the resub, Mustard. Focus is missed. Oh, my bad. This webcam is kind of janky, so I'm sorry. They've been working you to the bone? What the heck? Aylin, thank you for the resub. Put what in screen? What? Yeah, these are... So they were a lot longer actually, but I cut them. I cut them a little shorter because I have pretty short nail beds, so they were like super long. So I just cut them. Oh, the chat. Is the chat not on? Oh. There it is. My bad. Your brother has the same mic. I highly doubt your brother has the same mic. I mean, these are just little lavalier microphones, but there's two, and they're supposed to be binaural, but my splitter doesn't work, so I have to use them mono, unfortunately. But else? Yeah, this is that one. G305 light speed. So whose skull is this? Don't worry about it. Is that my dog's missing tooth? Wait, can you see her tooth? Or are you saying this is the tooth? I have the tooth over here. Actually, I do have it on. I need to like super glue it together. Hold on. It came apart in 3 pieces. But yeah, the reason why there was no stream last Thursday was because Cheebs broke her tooth. She ripped it straight off. And that sucked, and so I had to take her to the vet Thursday. And I was worried sick. But she's okay, she's healing well, she's acting normal, and she was acting normal the entire time. So yeah. I'm doing good, doing good. Why do I have a skull? Why don't you have a skull? Huh? Why don't you have a skull? You're right, it's because I took it. It's right here. It's right here. Oh. Just stick that in there. You're gonna get me thrown back in jail where I belong. That's really toxic. I told you this was ethically sourced. I promise. I am not a grave robber, nor am I a murderer. Very ethically sourced. Why Rhea always doing morally objectionable things like drag trapping and grave robbing? That's not true. It's not true. But yeah, I can open the skull. You want to see the brain? Do you want to see your brain, chat? It's got magnets. Okay, hold on. Ow. Okay, that kind of hurt. It pinched my pinky. Here's your brain. No, sorry, I don't have ibuprofen. Look at your brain. Look how big that is. I didn't realize you were that smart. But yeah, if you look in here... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was handwritten. There's a card that comes with this that has all the stuff. So you got all the different parts numbered. Isn't that so cool? Isn't that so neat? Super cool. What about Red Bull? Pouring that on your brain would fix things. I unfortunately do not have any Red Bull, but I can take apart your brain. It kind of looks like a raw chicken. I don't know what part of the brain this is, but isn't this so cool? I don't know how to put this back together. Oh. It's okay, you don't need it back together. You don't need it. I would say I wish my desk was bigger, but it is very big. I just have a lot of stuff. I wish I wasn't so cluttered. You can hear me think. What am I thinking about? Tell me my thoughts. Yeah, it's like a bunch of, like, see, you can see, like magnets. So it's like really, really cool. Hi, Cassiax. Sorry if I'm breathing on the mic. I need to, hold on, there's... Give me a second. Because these are lavalier microphones, they technically have a little clip. So maybe I can clip it. Can you hear me? I can just clip the mic to my shirt. Trying to position it. No, this one's not working. It was working, what the hell? Hold on. I don't understand. Because it was working and now it's not. This is like the most scuffed stream ever. Dude, that's so weird. So now I'm like, was it... But it had to have been the splitter that wasn't working. I don't know. Now I'm really sad. I broke it like the brain. Well, let me see if I can put this back together. I think it's probably something like that. When am I gonna teach you the numbers? I have to go grab the card. I can do that. I'm like, maybe I'll switch microphones real quick too. I'll bring out my 3DO. Hold on a minute. Okay. Can you hear me okay? This probably sounds better anyway. But the tiny mics were so cool, and I had those like textured mats that I got off my wish list. And I was gonna use them. Man, that really sucks. But now I can give you binaural brain ASMR. I know 40L. Stony, thank you for becoming a channel member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You like brains. But thank you for being here, Basa. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you like my videos. Yes, I have. So it came with 2 cards because this one is the bones. All the names of the bones in the skull, which I thought the skull was just a skull, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize it had all these parts. There's 55 parts of the skull. And then the brain pieces. Oh, and the backs are Chinese. if anybody speaks Chinese. But yeah, this is like super cool, super cool. I don't have a jar. I don't have a jar for the brain. What does that say? I can't speak Chinese. Thank you. They're just press-ons. They're just press-on nails, but they are really pretty. They got hearts. It's like a magnetic glitter. Buy a jar for the name and buy a jar for the brain and name him Michael. But why? I'm used to it, but if you're not used to it, it can definitely be more difficult. How are you doing, Jester? A volleyball name him Wilson, yes. From Castaway, right? Now she's just playing with the brain. What? What part is this? What part of the brain? Number 3. What is this one? No, this one. This one. That's the worm. You have a brain worm. Oh, that's also the worm. The hippocampus, no. It is the temporal lobe. Temporal lobe. So we got the front. Can I poke your amygdala? Let me find the amygdala. Does amygdala have another name by chance? It's not on here. Lower back. Let me see. We have the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe, the occipital lobe, the insula, the hippocampus, the lateral ventricles, the corpus callosum, the fornix, the thalamus, the hypothalamus, the hypophysis, hypophysis, I don't know how to say that, the optic nerve, the pineal body, medial geniculate body, lateral geniculate body, trigeminal nerve. I don't know how to pronounce these. I feel like I'm butchering it. Do we have a doctor here? The abducent nerve, facial nerve, and intermediate nerve, vestibulocochlear nerve. Hi, Firefly. The vermes of cerebellum, the hemisphere of cerebellum, the superior colliculi, the inferior colliculi, the trochlear nerve, the oculomotor nerve, the pyramid, the olive, the glossopharyngeal nerve, the vagus nerve, the accessory nerve, and the hypoglossal nerve. So, reviewing anatomy. So yeah, no amygdala. The amygdala was the friends we made along the way. Which one of those parts would you eat first and be the tastiest? I kind of like to think of it like a chicken, you know? It kind of looks like a chicken. It kind of comes apart, you know? So you got like the big part here. That's like a chicken breast. You know, pretty good. And then this is like chicken thigh, you know? This is like a wing, like a chicken wing. And then, I don't know, this is like the liver, an organ, I don't know. So, I like dark meat. I like chicken thighs and chicken wings and chicken legs, like chicken drumsticks. Yes. I really like chicken. Wait, taste. Thank you for the 6 gifted. What the heck? Thank you. I appreciate that. Can your amygdala be removed? You do not have an amygdala according to this brain model. So, no. The dog is seeing chicken again. Is that a brain? Yes. It is your brain. You have donated it to me for science. Yeah, doesn't it seem like a little chicken? So I would probably go for the chicken thigh. So I'd go for this piece of brain, which is number 3 or 4. The temporal and occipital lobe is what I would go for. You never get the full effect, I'm so sorry. Do you listen on mono? Do you listen to ASMR like on mono then? Don't remember agreeing. Well, that's, the beautiful thing about the brain is I can make you forget. I think you can set in your computer settings for all of your audio to output as mono instead of stereo. Have a good night, good night, good night. You just got your degree. Why'd you get your degree in? A new dog? What kind of dog? What kind of dog? You think I stole it? I told you this brain was very ethically sourced. Computer science engineer bachelor's, but you plan on getting a master's too? That's so cool. I feel like there's a lot of computer science people here in the community. It smells like, I guess, how you think it would smell. Like, it kind of smells like a pool toy. Do you ever have, like, inflatable pool toys? That, like, rubbery plastic smell? Aerospace engineer. That sounds very important, and you gotta be really smart. like rocket scientist. Medical plastic. Not really medical. It smells like pool floaties or something. You never truly know what's going on in someone's home. What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? That's where the microplastic you ate ended up, yes. It ended up in the brain. Didn't you know that? They found microplastics in the blood-brain barrier like a year or two ago. So, you probably do have microplastics in your brain. You're not supposed to keep them there. I think you are. I think we're actually supposed to hoard them all in our brain. Oh yes, Halloween. I love Halloween. I'm a big fan of Halloween. I should probably start brainstorming now. Because I would like to do Halloween themed, like, ASMRs and stuff. You take a shot of microplastics and Red 40 to start the day. Yes. Manosphere ASMR. I don't think it would hit the same coming from a dog girl, I'll be honest. How are you doing, hamster? Live mummification. Handcam mummifying you. Oh my god, I totally could, because, this other really cool, trigger that I have. Hold on, I gotta get your brain out of the way. I gotta put it back together. I'll just sit him there. Is, this guy... or girl, it's a girl, if you can't tell. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, I don't even know where to put it. Do you know what this is? for the first time without crutches. That's so cool. Well, that's big. I'm proud of you. It is cool. It is cool that you are not needing crutches. A body. It's an acupuncture doll. Other than creepy, you think she's creepy? What's creepy about her? I want you to, she's so big. I want you to look her in the eye and tell her she's creepy. A metro station. You know, I can see that. I can see how that would be, you know, a fine addition to every ASMR artist's enormous closet of random triggers. Exactly. I've been seeing this one a lot in, non-VTuber ASMR. So, like, I don't know what would you call a normal ASMR? Camera ASMR? Where did I get my keyboard? It is actually from Amazon. I can't remember the name, but it was funded on Throne. So it was a gift. I think you should be able to see it on there. I can't remember the name, but it does kind of look retro. I like the keys, and then I have the blank caps so that I can learn how to properly type. Flesh tuber, only my arms, and I guess what little torso you can see. Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll and just needs a strand of someone's hair? We could test that out. Who wants to send me one of their hairs? Hi, Bells. Here's my skull, too. PR box getting nuked? I assume you mean PO. I don't even have one of those. If I were a playable character in a JRPG, what class job role would I have? A white mage? Is that like a healer? I guess whenever I played like MMOs, I was like a warrior. I was like a DPS, but not like a magic one. I like to hit things with my swords. Seeing this, you don't know how to feel about the kidney cutout video. If anything, I'm consistent, right? I harvest your organs. I have your beautiful skull and brain here. I have an acupuncture doll. I did not. I just think they're really cool. I never studied any kind of health or science or anything. I mean, I guess I did do psychology, but I don't know, there's a lot of debate on the validity of psychology as a science and such. But I always think it's interesting. I think the brain's really cool. And I really like models. I think models are really, really neat. So Yeah, soft science. I think it's all really cool. I really liked biology when I took that. Outside of psychology, biology was probably my favorite of the sciences that I took in like high school and college. But yeah, I could definitely do a mummifying you ASMR with my acupuncture doll here. I have to drink water. I am a parched pup right now. A voodoo doll. Its arms can move. Will I be having an exorcism on the doll? I quite like dolls. I don't really think that they're haunted. Yeah, there are some creepy looking ones, but I think they're all pretty cool. And I kind of feel like I don't believe in ghosts. I mean, I can get spooked by that stuff, but I don't believe in it. Like, I don't believe there are like ghosts and evil spirits and such that haunt objects. I think a lot of it plays on paranoia, and you know, the brain is just fascinating like that, you know. But I don't know. I feel like if I had a lot more money, I probably would collect dolls, but I do not. Ghost is not real. She's real if you believe, though. Isn't that cool? She's real if you believe she's real. Just like ghosts. Ghosts are real if you believe they're real. You draw the line with blatantly evil ones. What makes this one blatantly evil? Does she look evil? I don't understand how she looks evil. Woke up without your brain and your skull. And now I'm streaming with a brain and skull. Honored as coincidence. Hey, it was ethically sourced. She tried giving you a smooch. See, that is not what an evil doll would do. Yeah, it is a she, can you tell? I could have gotten a guy or a girl, but I did not want to get a guy because I didn't want an acupuncture doll with a bulge. I was like, give me the female one. So... definitely a cursed item? No, it is not cursed. She might become cursed if you keep being mean to her like that. Women prettier, exactly. Stop bulge shaming. I just have preferences, okay? Can't a dog have preferences? Raby's voodoo doll merch drop win? I don't think you guys are ready for that. I don't think you guys deserve to have that much power. free the bulge. How about we don't? Keep your bulge to yourself, please. Give her a name? Tara? Emily? What do you think? What does she look like to you? What do you think her name should be? Electric circuits class and a lot of the math involved. Wait, what's scary? Ghosts? Why are you asking me for a frozen waffle? Oh god, we have so many names. Susan. Arthur Morgan. Who is that? Caroline. Her name should be Kyle. What about Kyla? Like the female version. Anna? Subway. Are you saying all these lines on her look like a subway? It does, kind of. I think it's supposed to be like what do you call, like chi, or like that energy, you know, with acupuncture. Janice, Amelia, Samus, Rabies. Her name should be Rabies, so I'm Rabies, and this is my mini-me. Rabies. Should I make a wig for her one day? Make a Rabies outfit. Anapuncture, that one is good. I sound insane. What do you mean by that? Would that make a voodoo doll of myself? I would really like to have a doll of my model, though. Like in the future? Or like a figure? I think all that stuff is really cool. What if you can see me having one. What is that supposed to mean? You're gonna make me a doll. Is it gonna be cursed? Well, stay tuned for a plushie. Keep your eyes peeled. Don't give it a weeb name. Make her American. Name her Ford F-150. Yeah, guys, so this is my acupuncture doll named Ford F-150. It's kind of like a squishy. Like it's hollow. Oh, it has a hole in its butt, too. You know, semi-anatomically correct. Because it has a stand. It has a stand that you can put it on. So. It farts so realistic, exactly. Booba mannequin. I think it would be so cool to make clothes for it. Am I weird, chat? Am I weird and strange? Would you want to be friends with me? Or am I that weird girl in school that you didn't talk to? It's a woman again. This one came with a whole ass book. I didn't grab the book, but yeah, this one came with like a book. Because as you can see, there's like all kinds of like numbers and stuff on it. So thank you. I'm part of the manosphere. I'd never talk to girls. Why do you gotta call me out like that? It's because it's an acupuncture doll, so I think it goes over like the different like pressure points and what they help with and what they do. That's why. Why does it look like you never eat arms cold, barely hold a grudge? Wait, what? I don't understand what you're saying. You feel like I'm the weird girl in middle school you didn't talk to, but now as adults you can vibe with the weirdness. I think that's about right for my trajectory in life, to be honest. Because I was the weird girl that no one talked to or wanted to be friends with. Does your skull need more attention? You hate my doll. I'm glad you like my voice. I never liked it, and I didn't think that I had a very good ASMR voice, but I still wanted to try anyway. So thank you. Look how white your teeth are. Honestly, these teeth are very similar to mine. Like they're kind of big. Or maybe they just seem big. I feel like I have big teeth. Wait, really? You didn't like ASMR until my voice. Is it unique? I guess I don't know what's special about mine. never seen chompers this big. Well, it doesn't have gums, so it makes the teeth look, like longer. So I think that's part of it. Sounds like I have my life in order. I wish. If I can name every lobe of the brain, I don't think I can. Let's see, how many lobes are there? I gotta remember from the card. There's temporal, occipital, frontal, I don't know how many lobes there are. There's 4. Frontal lobe, occipital lobe. I don't remember the other one I said. Oh, the posterior lobe. Well, I didn't get it. I got close. It sounds like marshmallows and the sea. Interesting, I never heard that before. What I missed. You mean the posterior lobe? Oh, the parietal lobe. Parietal? I remember that because I didn't know how to pronounce that one. Parietal lobe. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce things. Thank you, Nita. Thank you. I'm glad they helped you. So the key to press-on nails is, of course, you can just pop them on. You know, they're easy. But if you want them to last, like salon nails, you have to do some prep. Thank you, Drago, for the resub. Flash hands with your dog tuber. Thank you. But, you have to do prep. And what I mean by that is you gotta, like, push back the cuticles so that you can have more nail plate. And then you kind of have to, like, file the surface of the nails to, like, make it rough. But then also, there's, like, dead skin on the nail plate as well. And, yeah, and then you can just wipe them down with alcohol. You want your nails very, very dry. Very dry. And then you can just glue them on. So it probably takes me about an hour. It takes me about an hour. Why, this is your skull, silly. You don't recognize yourself? Ethically sourced. Oh man, I do not know bones. The jawbone, of course. I actually don't know. When I was looking at the card, yeah, these are all the different, like, parts of the skull. And I was like, what the hell? I thought it was just a skull. Yeah, I don't know. 51 and 54. The jawbone. The mental foramen. I don't know, some of this is like really weird. I have a skull card, yes. Do I use it for drawing? I do not. I got it for ASMR and because it's really, really cool. It was actually gotten on my wish list, my throne. Because I think it's really, really neat. How are you doing, Dom? You want to be tapped on number 33. Where is 33? I see 35, 34. Oh, you want to be tapped in your eye socket. The itch you couldn't scratch. It's actually kind of hard to tap in there. Does the skull creep me out? It does not. I don't really get spooked. Like, I don't know, super easy like that. How is skull gonna creep you out when one already got the best of you? Exactly. Okay, pick a number 1 through 55. 1 through 55. With blood? No. Well, it depends. It depends. Like, I don't think I could ever be like in the room when someone's doing surgery or anything. I would get queasy. And then especially when it's my own blood too. But if it's like a little bit of blood or like a scratch or something like that, that doesn't bother me. $55. The jaw hole. Your favorite bone, the jaw hole. What about blood drawn? I do not like getting my blood drawn, but I'm very brave about it. I think I don't mind needles. Like, I have no issues getting like vaccines or whatever, but I don't know, needles going into my veins specifically, I do not like. And I never had my blood drawn until I was like 22, I think. That was like my first time I went to a doctor and they did like a blood panel. Because I didn't go to the doctor growing up. But I did have to get my wisdom teeth taken out. And they had to do an IV. And apparently I was fighting the nurse on that. Because they had the mask on me, like with the laughing gas or whatever. And then she starts grabbing my arm. I mean, she was gentle, from what I remember. But I don't remember much after that. But apparently I kept pulling my arm back. So I went to the vet. Damn. They're so thick. Yeah, they're really big. They're really big. I just don't really like anything that has to do with veins. Yeah, all 4 of my wisdom teeth were taken out, so I'm not very smart anymore. I have no wisdom to give. I wanted to keep them. I wanted to keep them. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me keep them. They said it was like biohazard waste that they couldn't give. You have yours. I know a lot of people have theirs. And they wouldn't let me have them. You went unconscious after the doctor drew too much blood. I don't think I could ever donate blood because I'm too small. They would have like blood drives in like high school, but I never qualified because you had to be like 115 pounds or something. I did not weigh enough. I like barely hit 100 after like my senior year is when I finally broke 100, and I've just kind of been the same since. No, the only surgery I've ever gotten was wisdom teeth. I have not had my tonsils removed. Although, I did grow up having strep throat almost every year. And I had really, really bad tonsillitis one time. And they said if it didn't get better, they would have to remove them. But it got better. And then I never had strep throat or tonsillitis again. You have the good visible bulging veins, but you have loose connective tissue, so the veins try to run away. And you get close to passing out anytime you have your blood drawn, despite not having any issues with blood or needles. RIP. A corneal transplant. You're without your appendix. Yeah, I've only had my wisdom teeth removed. I've done teeth ASMR before. Is it loud? I've never broken a bone. Have you guys broken a bone? Sounds like a cavity on your bottom right canine. Joke's on you, I was tapping on my top teeth. poke the nose hole. You want me to finger your nose hole? 12 concussions. Have you been tested for CTE? How did you get all those concussions? Did you play like a contact sport? Football. I guess that does happen a lot in football. I think I've only had like one concussion. I have hit my head a lot, but I don't know. Agent Swarm, thank you for gifting those 2 subs. Thank you, thank you. What is a lot? A lot. It was like as a kid. I slipped and fell straight on my back and like smacked my head like on the kitchen floor. There was this time where I was running in this like yard, and there was like a low like pipe that was like on the ground and I didn't see it, and I hit that, and I ended up like flipping over it and like landing on my head and the back of my neck. That was not fun. I've rolled downstairs as a kid. And I've also just hit my head in general on stuff before. Like I've hit my head on like tables. If I was under the table, you know, you come up and you smack your head. I've done that a lot. Or I have pretty bad spatial awareness, so I'm really clumsy, and I've like hit my head on like things that I thought I was short enough to like go under. So oh, and there was this one time in the girls' locker room in like middle school. I was sitting on my tall friend's shoulders. I don't know what we were doing. I think it was like some cheerleader move. But she was trying to like get me off, and the way she was trying to get me off was because my legs were over her shoulders, and so she was gonna take her arms and like this, I don't know how to explain it, spread my legs. But essentially I'd pop off her back, and I got scared, and instead I like grabbed her, and then we both fell back, and the floors were concrete, and I think that's where I had the concussion, because I was really dizzy and kind of out of it for a bit. Yeah, my name is Rayabees, but it's supposed to sound like rabies. I am still clumsy, yes. The clumsiness did not go away. One of your classmates pushing you over and your head smacked right against a metal pole of a soccer goal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm on her shoulders, right? I don't know how to explain this. This doll is too big, but I'm on her shoulders. Pretend these are my legs. So I'm sitting on her shoulders, and she was going to like the thing was, I would go like this. I don't know how to demonstrate it, but she would like push my legs back, and I'd hop off like that, like, boop. But I got scared. I didn't commit. I didn't commit. So, I fell. We both fell backwards. Where did the acupuncture doll come from? What do you mean? It was here the whole time. Put me in a bubble. I don't want to be in a bubble. I do have a pretty big desk, yes, and I have too much stuff. Too much stuff, not enough space. I'll move the skull a little out of the way. Thank you. I can't remember what it is, unfortunately. It's very heavy. And I really like the keys. The switches. Pads? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Did I invite the doll to a coffee first? Of course. Oh, the mats. I don't know how well I can use them. Like, here's one. I don't have enough space. Because I was hoping with the smaller mics, then I'd be able to like rub the mic itself onto the mat. I got all kinds. These are like texture mats for like babies. Here's one. It's like really soft. Here's one. The soft one is good. Here's this one. It's like a reptile print. Maybe. I think my mic is broken though. I have the Rode NT5 mics, which I feel like are the really common ones for Handcam, but they're just big, and I really wanted the tiny microphones, but I don't know. It's like broken. I might have to mess with it. Here's another fluffy one. I think this one's the same as the pink one. Here's another fluffy one. This one kind of feels like a cat. Here's another one. I think there's like 15 or 12 or 15, I think. Here's this one that's like a net. Thank you. Here's this one. This reminds me of a bath mat. There's a mirror one, but I won't show you the mirror. I'll show you the back, because this is like what's on all the back. These are supposed to be that like non-slip grip, but it doesn't really work well. This one's really fun. It's grass. Well, fake grass. Would I get a room covered in any of them? I guess the soft ones, but that would just be like carpet. Have you guys ever been to those like children's science museums? I think those are so cool. I love children's science museums because it's like interactive, and I love stuff like this. I love learning. Space one. Thank you, Emil. In high school, in my engineering class, we all had to do like a popsicle stick bridge contest, and it was like a statewide thing. But that took place at a science museum, and that was really, really neat. It was like intro to engineering, and it pretty much just taught you like really basic physics. Like pulleys and levers and like all of that stuff. I really liked the class, it was really fun. Would I ever do good girl ASMR? Is that like me saying good girl? How does one do a good girl ASMR? Is it just saying good girl over and over? Or is it like affirmations? Because I've done affirmations. And I'm cooking up another affirmations video, so. But I like them to be non-gender specific so that they can apply to anyone. Am I some sort of multidisciplinarian? I don't know what that is. This is the last one. It's another soft one. Girl-specific affirmations. What would a girl-specific affirmation be, though? I feel like I'm not the greatest at being a girl, to be honest. I always grew up more tomboy. So I guess I'm not sure what girl-specific affirmations would entail. It's okay to not be good at cooking. But cooking's not girl-only. That's not a girl-only thing. ASMR building a bridge from popsicle sticks, when? That would be so fun, actually. I like building things. I'd like to do a Gundam one day. Is it Gundam or Gunpla? I'm not sure. Gentler phrasing. Oh. I could wear a green bodysuit for that stream to hide. I mean, could I not just do like a hand cam? Like this? I built Lego. I have a Lego building stream we built. I actually have it on my desk. Minecraft Fox. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Gunpla is the hobby of plastic model build. I see. And you can change its expression, so now it's sleeping, and then I can make him sleep. It's so cool. These are press-on nails. These are press-ons. I bought these ones, but I'm gonna start making my own. Gundam is the franchise. Gunpla is the figure where you build it. Oh, I see. But I think they're really neat. They just look very complicated and difficult. steal his berries. Oh yeah, I'm not sure where they are. I don't want to take it apart. Did it ever work on your hands? There's a lot of prep involved. If you really want them to stay, because like 2 weeks ago, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I had another set of press-on nails, and they lasted until I took them off yesterday. Yeah, you pretty much just have to push back the cuticles, and then you kind of want to lightly file the surface of the nail to make it rough. And then when it's rough, you like clean it off with alcohol to get rid of the dust, and then you can apply the nails with nail glue, and then they last. And I have wider thumbs, so normally press-on nails, a lot of them don't work for me because they're like not wide enough to fit my thumb. But these ones are, and I was actually surprised. How many have I broke? I haven't broke any of them. Oh yeah, mine are long. Well, the thing with nails is I don't know if you can tell, I have short nail beds. It's like my nail beds are not very long themselves, so any nail is automatically gonna be longer on me because I don't have a lot of nail bed, and these were longer. I probably cut 1 centimeter off. Because they were longer, and then I trimmed them about 1 centimeter, I'd say, like 1/2 inch. So because you're wide, yeah, that's the issue I tend to have a lot. Is that mine are wide, but these ones worked. I got these ones at Walmart. But I got supplies to start making my own though. Oh yeah, I have a lot of nail stuff. I used to do my nails all the time, but then I developed a gel allergy. So I stopped doing them for a while. And then I did dip powder, which is a form of acrylic nails. And I like dip powder, but it's better if you want short nails or like natural nails. But I like long nails. So, and I like gel. Gel has more flexibility, I guess. Like you can do more art and stuff with gel. So, my option is to do gel nails as press-on nails. A gel allergy randomly. So, yeah, how it works is it's like a contact dermatitis, and the more you expose yourself to it, so there's a reason you need to be licensed to do nails. Let's just say that. So I wasn't as careful when I started out because I was new about making sure that you didn't get it on the skin. So, yeah, I ended up getting it on my skin too many times, and then my cuticles and everything would get really itchy and bumpy and red, and the more you expose yourself to that, the worse the allergy gets, and it turns out acrylates which is what is in that, are in so many important things, and you definitely do not want an acrylate allergy. Because it's in a lot of like dental composite, like if you get your, like if you get cavities filled, it's in stuff like that. It's in so many glues. It's just in so many things, so. Wait, what? What the heck? Anonymous, show yourself. I'm just kidding. But thank you. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted. What the heck? What the heck? I appreciate it. I was out here yapping about nails and nobody cares about, probably. But I hope you have a good night, Akane. Have a good night, good night, good night. You need to be licensed to do nails on other people. So, licensed to do nails on other people is the thing. You got shocked with the gift. I got shocked. I didn't even like see it. I think my chat is like slow. Like lags because like I saw like nobody talking for a bit while I was yapping about nails, and then as soon as I finished, my chat just goes brrr. And I was like, what? Yeah, you should go to sleep. Get some sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep. But yes, I built this Minecraft box on the stream. I think should be a VOD for it on YouTube. Yeah, that's the one. It has to cure under a UV light. Yes. And that's how you develop the allergy, is you don't cure it all the way. You get it on your skin, and you don't remove it right away, or you cure it on your skin. So, how long did it take to make? It didn't actually take super long. It was like 2 or 3 hours maybe? I'm not sure how long the VOD is. About how long the VOD is how long it took. Maybe a little less, because I yap. Zachary, thank you for gifting that sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you want me to tap on your skull some more? I don't know any skull jokes. You pay attention to my yaps. Thank you. I love to yap. is FS25? I have a lot of hobbies. You could say I'm a collector of hobbies. I really like artsy stuff, so I draw. I drew half of my emotes. All the ones on YouTube. So I used a base, but I drew like the hair and the clothes and colored them. I drew the art, any non-model art on any of my ASMR videos. I drew those. I also like to crochet. I really want to get back into crochet. I think a crochet handcam string could go hard. ASMR crochet. I think what else. I run. I've been getting into running, although I haven't ran in like a week. I need to get back into it, like consistently. I have drawn like off and on my entire life, really. You know, I actually don't have issues with clumsiness from running. I'm trying to think what else. I have a sewing machine, but I haven't used it. I would like to get into sewing, but I feel like I don't really have time. What would I like to sew? Oh, I feel like that's a hard one. Anything, really. I would like to sew anything. I think being able to sew my own clothes would be really cool. But I've also thought of like dolls and like doll clothes. I like dolls, if you can't tell. I just don't really have any. Dolls is a pretty expensive hobby. I have crocheted hats. I've crocheted a cardigan. I was crocheting a hooded scarf until I misread the gauge of the yarn that I was supposed to use. So I'm using a lot thicker of a yarn, so it ended up making it really big and like unusable. And when that happened, I kind of gave up crocheting. I've made a blanket. I made a blanket for my dad. I want to make another cardigan. You can also crochet dolls too, and like amigurumi, which is like plushies. I feel like I'm really bad at it though, because I'm really bad at counting. So it's like kind of hard. I think I would like to crochet some like hats maybe, and I could like give them away if I ever did like a subathon or something. I think that could be cool. I saw where Pillow Deer I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pillow Deer. She's another ASMR VTuber, and she's really sweet. She made a bunch of bracelets, and I was like, that looks so much fun. I want to make a bunch of bracelets now. So maybe one day, if I ever go to a convention, you can meet me and I can give you a bracelet, because I thought that was such a cute idea and so fun. I used to be really big into beading and making jewelry when I was younger. Like in middle school and high school, I used to make and sell hemp bracelets. No, beading, like beads. like jewelry. I do. I love everything arts and crafts. I'm really big into arts and crafts. I like anything creative, really. I just like being able to create. Whether it's content or physical things. Plastic beads. How are you doing? Welcome in. Dancing, yes. Wait, I used to play so much Just Dance. Like during COVID and everything. I love Just Dance. I can't believe I forgot about that one. That one used to be a really big hobby of mine. Like I would play like 3 hours a day. Like 4 or 5 days a week. I was really into it. And Beat Saber too. Beat Saber's really fun. Collab? Collab with who? Dancing stream when? I guess I technically could. I have full body tracking. Ever gone to a formal dance? In high school I have. What's the name of my keyboard? I don't know, but I've had so many people ask that I'm gonna try to look it up. I don't remember. Oh, Epo Maker Galaxy 100. That's what it is. This is... Oh, I don't think I can actually post the link. Because my chat's stupid and doesn't let me type in it. But it's, an Epo Maker Galaxy 100. And I have the creamy white with the wisteria linear switches. Jerry! Wisteria linear is what they are. Yeah, I really wanted a full-size keyboard because I like having these keys for toggles. And then I wanted quieter switches too because I had mechanical ones before, like really clicky ones. And they were loud. So I wanted something quieter for ASMR and stuff. Yes, yes. And then I got blank keycaps. These did not come with the keyboard. I got the blank ones. Yeah, full-size keyboards are pretty hard to come by. Everyone has like a 65%, I feel like tends to be the main one, like just this. Which is what I had before. That's what I had before, but I wanted the numpad and I wanted my F keys. So, how are you doing, Dynamite Tie? Living in small desk poverty. Okay, it's true, my desk is way bigger than I needed, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's not big enough. How do you remember the letters are? So you learn how to touch type, which is kind of why I got the blank, so I could learn. But the F and the J keys, they have these little nubs, and that's where your pointer fingers go. And then your fingers kind of just fall in line, and then it's just... Yeah, you don't need to look. I will say it is inconvenient when I have to type like really weird passwords or I don't know, anything where being able to look at the key would benefit. But if I'm just like, typing, chatting and stuff, it's fine. Left lurk, or lurk left. Thank you for the resub. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I had to teach myself. I used to do like audio transcription, and I wanted to be faster at typing. So I first tried to learn, QWERTY, but it was very difficult. Like, it was too easy to cheat. I had too many bad habits from typing that it was really difficult to learn. So I taught myself a whole new keyboard layout, and I used Dvorak for years. I taught myself Dvorak, which is a different keyboard layout, and it's way more ergonomic and faster. And so I used that for years. However, when I went back into the workforce, most offices and such, have their own keyboards and stuff, and I didn't want to have to go into the settings to change the layout. So I was like, okay, maybe I should properly learn QWERTY. So that's what I did. Then I properly learned QWERTY, and it was easier the second time. Because I had gotten rid of all my bad habits. So, Skull Crush. Yeah, I'm a barista now, but before I was like a front desk at like a dog daycare boarding facility. Because then I had to use a computer. So. Oh, there's a lot of keyboard layouts. Yeah, this is QWERTY now. It's in QWERTY now. That's why I got the blanks. Because with Dvorak, I never changed out the keycaps, and so you can't cheat. You can't cheat by looking at the keyboard because the letters are not where they say they are. Whereas with QWERTY, obviously that's like the standard, so I was able to cheat, which, only hinders you. So that's why I got the blanks, and I put it only on the letters, well, the main keys. So how they are different. Let me see if I can find an image. See if I can. The classic IBM keyboards. Those are really neat. I do like those. Let me see if I'm able to put this on my stream. Dun dun. So much clicking. Okay, how well can you see that? That's the difference. So with Dvorak, what they do for the home row is it's the most common letters that you press. So it's going to mostly be your vowels and then your really common consonants. Which makes typing really a lot more efficient because QWERTY was actually designed around typewriters. What the hell? Yeah, QWERTY was designed around typewriters because at the time you would get key jams if you were typing too much. So they had to space out the really commonly used keys so that you know, wouldn't jam the typewriter. It's a myth. Oh, well now I'm spreading misinformation, but that's what I learned. That's what I heard. Either way, I wish all keyboards used Dvorak because it is actually a lot more efficient and a lot faster. My typing speed is not nearly as high now as it was with Dvorak. Like I was almost at 100 words per minute with Dvorak. With QWERTY, I'm like 50, but I'm like not necessarily trying to get faster. So yeah, I had the keyboard. I had a really fancy keyboard actually. I'm trying to remember the name of it. You don't think it's a myth. QWERTY was definitely designed to prevent typewriter jams. You never seen anyone use that keyboard before? Wait, my keyboard? Or are you talking about Dvorak layout? But yeah, that's the layout. I brute force learned it. This was like during COVID, I think. So you know, I was an unemployed chud. And yeah, I don't know, there's like these typing sites. I think it's literally called like typing.com, and you can learn different keyboard layouts and you can even learn QWERTY. So I was just brute forcing that. You'd rather use QWERTY because it sounds cuter. Yeah, there's like other ones, like Comac is another really popular one. Good night, Dom. I definitely could not do Dvorak from memory. Not at all. I haven't tried, but I don't think I could. I don't even have like a setup in my Windows thing anymore. But I had a fancy keyboard. that had physical, like, switches on it, or like settings, so I could set the keyboard itself to Dvorak, and then I didn't need to have Windows set to Dvorak, if that makes sense. Oh, that's what I was explaining. Is I have these blank keycaps so that I can't cheat when I learn how to type. I mean, I know how to type now, but it's so that I can touch type and get faster at typing without looking at the keyboard. That's why. Yeah, Novel, the only reason I did Dvorak was because my QWERTY was abysmal, and I couldn't touch type anyway. I couldn't touch type QWERTY to begin with, so... So oddly, since you touch type QWERTY, my brain just was not braining and it wouldn't learn. So I said, I have to learn a completely new layout. I think it was a combination of it being too easy to cheat by just looking at the keyboard, and just my bad, like, muscle memory, because I would type like this, like just 2 fingers. So your cat threw up and you have to clean it. Oh no. Have a good night, Saint. I'm probably gonna actually end now too, now that we hit the 2-hour mark, just because in the summer it gets really hot without running the AC, because I turn it off for ASMR, and I'm not trying to cook my dog, so I'm gonna end stream, wrap up, and I have to work tomorrow too, so I don't want to stay up all night. So yeah, you maxed out around 45 before you learned to touch type. Yeah, that's probably about how I was. Even though I feel like I'm not much better, but than I was before I learned, but I'll only get faster, right? And it's just more convenient not having to look at the keyboard. So if I dehydrate, I'll look like my cursed doll. Well, anyways, I'm going to go to bed. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me, for the hand cam and my really cool interests with the acupuncture doll and the brain model. And I appreciate you guys for listening to me yap. I felt like I yapped so much today, actually. But I like yapping, so it works out. But yes, I will hopefully see you guys on Thursday for another ASMR stream, but if not, then I'll see you guys Saturday. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.